Hey, this is Mary Jordan. I'm going to show you some easy fall tablescapes. First, I'm starting with a burlap table runner and a dough bowl, and I'm just filling it full of different things. I've got different pine cones, different pumpkins from different places. I've even got fall leaves that are cut out of wood from Hobby Lobby. So then I'm going to make the place settings, go ahead and lay those out and put the napkins over the plates. And I'm going to loosely drape over these beads. And what that does is basically ground your middle centerpiece. You can see I also added some fall foliage in a vase. I felt like it just needed something in the center. Then on the top of the plates, I added some leather leaves made by Robert Stanley, and I got those at Hobby Lobby. So I did that on all the place settings. Then I started incorporating some of the leaves into the actual middle centerpiece and went back and added some more fall foliage too. Just wanted to make sure that all the gaps are filled in, maybe by either adding more pine cones or more leaves. And that wraps up our first tablescape. So moving on to our second tablescape, I'm using our Buffalo Plaid table runner. I got this last year at Hobby Lobby, and they have them again this year. We've got the word thankful. I also have that from Hobby Lobby as well. And I have to tell you that I think you probably hear my Frenchies in the background. They're chewing on their bones, and it almost is impossible to get rid of the sounds. So I apologize. But basically, I offset the word thankful, set up some place settings. We got woven chargers. We got those from Home Goods. Adding a plaid pumpkin that actually came from Walmart, and just incorporating some other pieces around the table just to give it some visual height and variety. We've got a variety of different textures. We're using some glass pumpkins that have like a pearl finish on them, and those are from the Dollar Tree. We've got pine cones, a variety of different sizes. Don't be afraid to incorporate color and just basically work with it until you like what you're seeing. I always try and lay down, once we get your main centerpiece down, try and incorporate your foliage around it and put some different colors around it. The greenery really will make a difference for you. And in this case, not necessarily greenery, but the fall foliage. So don't be afraid to incorporate color. You can see we used the leather leaves by Robert Stanley again on top of the plates for our place settings. We also used the word blessed and thankful. Love those. Those also were from Hobby Lobby as well. We incorporated the beads over it and just loosely draped those around it. We also added some velvet pumpkins and some wooden pumpkins that were painted with like a wooden texture, and those were from Hobby Lobby as well. And that wraps up our second tablescape. Next, we're moving on. We've got this pretty cream colored table runner made by Robert Stanley, and I got that at Hobby Lobby, along with these two cute little troughs. One's slightly smaller than the other, and I turned it sideways, kind of laying into the side of the other. I put some Spanish moss in there in between to kind of give it some texture. And then started just adding some different pumpkins, and they have them bagged in different varieties of sizes and colors, and don't be afraid to add color. But I just basically went in and added some pine cones along with different textured pumpkins and just started stacking them. I even used some pumpkin picks from the Dollar Tree. All you have to do is just lay them in there, then kind of just start working with them. And sometimes they're easier to work with than others. You'll see them kind of fall over and fall out, but just keep working with it till you kind of find the desired look that you're wanting and the position that you want them in, and it'll come together for you. Here again, we used those Robert Stanley leather leaves. I just love those. They were very easy to work with, but sometimes the pumpkins are not, as you can see. So then we took those fall foliage picks, say that 5 times fast, and put those around the back side of it to kind of give it some visual interest, and just basically incorporated those underneath the trough there. Added some pine cones around with some different colored pumpkins. Then we took some wheat and some other fall foliage and started incorporating that into the front. You can see us starting to put that in here now. Anytime. There we go. And just layering that in. And now we're done with the actual centerpiece itself, on the front side that is. We're going to go ahead and bring in the chargers with our place settings. Lay those out so we can get an idea of spacing. And now we're working on the back side of the centerpiece, adding in some additional pumpkins and pine cones. And then we're going to drape the beads around it. The beads are very versatile. You can use them in a lot of different ways. And I just usually drape those around really loosely and incorporate them throughout the actual centerpiece. But use them however you like. You can lay them more on the table runner around things and incorporate it around your dishes as you're laying things on there. I did lay my table runner diagonal to give actual more space for this video. I added these napkins that we folded into cute little maple leaves, and I'm going to show you how to fold those next, very end. And then I incorporated the words thankful and blessed, and those were from Hobby Lobby as well. The nice thing about tablescapes is you can always change them and work with them until you find what you like and what works for you. Stick around for the tutorials on the leaf napkins coming up. So you're going to start with your square napkin, open it up and put it color side down, and you're going to fold the two corners into the center, making it kind of the shape of an upside down house. So we're folding in the first one to meet the middle, putting in a good crease on it, and doing the second side too. Then we're going to turn it over and bring the bottom up to the top. There in the middle. Then you're going to fold it over and you're going to make what looks like a sailor hat. It's going to be solid green at this point. You've got your little sailor hat there. You're turning it to the side and you're going to make what looks like a kite by folding back the corner from end to end. And you're going to do the opposite side as well. Here we go. Great. Now you're going to fold it in half. So you've got two different colors showing. And we're going to fold it from the middle, starting in the middle, but bring it up from the bottom and make 1/2-inch folds to make an accordion. So if I can get my fingers to work right, just keep going back and forth, making an accordion fold back and forth, all the way to the end. Here we go. Get it lined up. Had a hard time with my fingers there. And then you're going to flip it over and do the opposite side the same way, carrying on with the accordion fold. On backwards and forwards. Good job. Almost done. And then all you have to do is just add the paper clip at the back and spread out your cute little leaf. Super easy. Hope you enjoyed these as much as I did. I appreciate your time. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Have a great week.